first is that it's very obvious that Braum is coming out. So as you were mentioning, Peter could have gone for something ranged or gone for something to potentially target the lane, but instead just going to go with the trident.
Peter is lurking. Vikla found.
Gonna drop down a wall, but it gets denied as the flash away. Peter's going in, but there's 0 follow-up damage. Vikla totally fine, gonna get the plant on top of it all. And now Peter's way too deep. Should be first blood, given over to the side of Diablo's Lucian.
The equalizer gonna prevent them from following up on this as well. That's a level 4 Corki. Might just look for a bit of a smite steal. I think that's the best they can hope for.
Yeah, I mean, Duckdown's pretty healthy, so he's trying to frontline here, but now he's just going to get engaged on. Has to flash away. The steal does come through, though. Cuz going to be good on the smite button, as he always is. TP comes back from Peter, but the rest of KT is so low. Nobody can help this Leona. And yeah, you got the Drake, but now you're 2,000 gold behind KT.
Yeah, that was
a massive fight.
Big disaster from KT. They keep digging. I think, I mean, trying to dig out is maybe not the right metaphor here, but he is going to be able to pick up a plate, at least in the bottom side. But this is 3 grubs, 2 BNK. They don't have the stronger side laning team, but it's denial of the powerful side laning that we've talked about here in KT's draft, so that feels fantastic. On top of the gold lead, but instead he's just going to push that wave out as fast as possible, just be Rise, use that wave clear to try to cost BNK some minions. Don't think he'll even get that as Vikla rotates over very quickly. And the Dragon is a trade leading into Cloud Soul here for game 1. And so far, holding on to the lead pretty well. Sure, it's not as big as it was, like it's shrunk a little bit, but you could just use the advantages you have now to hold on to this game. Maybe get more.
Yeah, they're just going to find Peter here, Cuz nearby, but now we got a wall as Vikla will join up, and Peter going to get knocked back, and no escape for him. That's a nice little pick.
First turret.
Should be able to,
I think so.
I think just the fact they had so much damage on the turret as the plates go down, and right there, KT's going to pick up that first turret as Diablo just alone in mid lane, trying to set up a play on a Diablo who does not respect him, but he gets away somehow! And now they're so deep behind the turrets of BNK, and they do get punished immediately for that. Duck Dom should be going down here on top of it all. Double kill for Vikla. Yeah. It just means that BNK with this early lead are just able to take everything off the map. They'll get this Rift Herald on top of it all. I do like that KT have identified their position and they're trying to make plays, but unfortunately for them, it's not working. Like, I think the idea behind it is kind of fine, but
get a free turret here in the bottom lane. That looks like is exactly what they're going to do. But look at the vision. Like, KT weren't even really planning on showing up. They're like, well, I guess we'll just casually grab a turret here as well. And I think KT's best counterplay, cross map if you will, is to try to grab mid turret, and even that seems a bridge too far. BDD is alone in the top lane. You know, the Corki as well, looking for that 2-item spike. Like, he's 0 and 1. It's just that the Lucian is so big. That's the bigger problem, not the KDA of the Corki or Duckdom's play in this game. It's just that Diablo's so fed early. BDD is not going to get punished here. Has that Pantheon to shadow him, which is disastrous. They are kind of looking for it just the same here. Realm Warp is available for BDD on the side of this fight. I think they're just going to push another wave in and say, that's my turret.
Yeah.
And there's, like, the side lanes aren't side laning for KT. They're trying to defend this turret and failing, and so they get nothing. They make a call, and the call is to start this Otacon. Only solo, though, so the resistances here are not being shred by BNK. I love how they're playing this. They're just like, no, Raptor can tank this by himself. We're just going to go prio or bust. Look at the flank angle from Vikla as well. He can punish the advance.
They are so ready to fight. Like, they are just so ready. The wall is perfect. Cuz is totally caught out, and down he will go. Now you don't have a smite, and they keep the Otacon leash. BNK are playing this perfectly, and KT don't really have an answer.
Now there's just no smite for KT.
Oh, and Peter just kind of hanging around. It looks like he might go down as well. They're trying to fight 4v5 as perfect execution is going to miss. They do get Kellen, but that is it. As the Otacon will go down.
I don't know.
Picks that up as well.
I don't know if I've seen a cleaner Otacon take from a Rise team this season.
They have to take these fights, but again, this is what BNK wants.
Yeah, I would rather have BD in the top lane where they just kind of stay around here and have a Rise side lane. Instead, they want a team fight.
Oh boy, they're going to catch Cliff again! And now the Equalizer comes down. He has to flash away. He might just burn away. At the same time, just barely going to live. And it's an obvious Drake that goes over to BNK with Cuz nowhere near. It's going through the bush too, you know. It's got to be Peter, and now he's going to go. He gets exhausted, and unfortunately has to engage now. They do get on top of Vikla, but he just flashes away. Nice though, as Vikla is getting low. They do take out BDD on the backside of this fight. The fight very broken up, but full health bars for BNK on the back line. But Raptor will go down, it looks like, in a trade for Cuz. And so it's 2 for 2. Diablo continues, as he always does. It looks to push for more, as now they go in. Perfect's got to be careful, he gets concussively blowed, and that's going to be the end of him.
Yeah, I guess he just thought his Maw was going to be enough there against the magic damage coming out from Clear. It certainly was not. He gets stunned by the concussive blows and just gets burst down. Takes. Okay, we're trying to trade for Baron.
All right, we're just going to send it.
I mean, EDD was lurking there waiting for this play. As soon as they commit it, he goes for this. Equalizer's dropped early.
Yeah, they're just going to try to take the fight without Raptor, it looks like. But the smite should go the way of KT if they have the damage, but they don't. They're just going to pull off of the Baron. But it's not a risk if you don't really lose anything off of the back of it, I suppose.
It's just the way that KT is playing this constantly feels like they're trying to force a mistake, and BNK are just like, nah.
Cuz is very far up in his own jungle, thought he would be safe. He is Pantheon, but the knockback gets him. And that's going to be the 6th kill here for the side of Diablo. The side of KT, they could just take the Baron. But no, they're just being so careful in this one, as they want to go for the turn here. The Solar Flare is actually really good from the side of Peter, and now the turn comes in as the Equalizer going to force KT in. Perfect, getting 2. As you go to the back line, it's a double kill actually for Duckdom, but nobody can deal with Clear, as finally he goes golden. And I think the wallets might just be too heavy. It's actually very impressive that KT had a fight that close.
Yeah, towards the Baron, I think they're just a little bit too late.
Redemption going to spot this going down and kind of put the cap on this one, I would imagine. With Cloud Soul and with the Baron, you would imagine that BNK can just push in here. They have 6,000 gold to lead, and they're looking for anyone. Duckdom is going to Valkyrie away, and Diablo is leading the charge. Here's the wall, and Perfect has to flash away. Diablo still in the front line. He's going to cleanse, but now Perfect goes in, and Pantheon goes to the back line, but the wallets are just too heavy, and they were alone, the two of them, trying to dive on a Diablo, and he's going to be totally fine. Looks like BNK with this push will end this game.
I'm getting a little bit excited about BNK, Valdez. This team is super clean. Look at this fight, too. They know the threats. They know they can turn on Perfect. The Pantheon coming through. They turn back and burst him down. It's what looks like an overextension from Diablo there on the front line, but actually pulls KT in. He's so fed. He does so much damage. He's got the shield bow. 0 and 6 Pantheon here for Cuz. Constantly shoved in. Peter, Organa. He said it was an any counter pick.
They don't have enough damage.
Okay, so hear me out, though. That is all you got to do in these early levels. As here comes Raptor. He's late, though.
Here we go. Duckdom in a rough spot. They're going to heal. Diablo is getting pretty low, but they're not going to expect Raptor to show up, as now should be able to force this flash out of Peter. They get it there. And now they're on the chase here for Duckdom. Cuz is going to show up, and now the feathers pulled back. Raptor in a bit of trouble, has to flash himself. As now Duckdom just on the chase, the double flash follow, gonna force that one out of Diablo 2. First blood given over to Duckdom.
Yeah, it's just too good of a trade for KT in the initials.
Yeah. That's just the thing about Sion, is that early actually is trading is kind of ridiculous. Guess who's back? Back again, it's Raptor in the bottom lane. As who could have expected this? Apparently not KT. As that's going to be the end of Duckdom. No flash available. Even Perfect has to flash, was going to get flash shield bomb.
And after game 1, like, who could blame KT? It went so badly for them there.
It's into the game. They're going to send Vikla into the side lane. All the turrets have full plates, and KT, they want to go for a fight here. They're going to engage onto Alistar. Kellen says, well, okay, I'm going to lock you down with the stun, as in goes the Morgana with the ult. They're going to lock down Peter, and there's nothing that he can do. Rakan famously not very fun into the Morgana. Even in the mid lane, nice pullback here from the side of Duckdom. But now the follow-up comes in from Kellen, and zones everybody away from Cuz, who was trying to get in there, trying to get that kill, but it's just going to go the way of Diablo instead. As now we got Perfect into this fight, it looks like maybe Diablo has stepped too far forward, and Perfect at least will get the shutdown onto him.
Still a really big win here for BNK, but for KT, you got at least one back in this exchange. But man, the
in these team fights, he just can't do anything.
I mean, it's just so easy to lock down anyone who's just running at you, and then just say, well, I'm going to take half your health bar away, thank you very much. Peter does have flash and ult here, and he may simply have to find a forced angle here if they're going to win this fight.
BDD is getting massively chunked as well. They can't fight anymore. Here comes Sion into the backline as now KT gonna go for the engage. Big knockback here from Perfect. But they're already going to take down Diablo, and they might not have enough, although they are going to get the chomp here. Vikla goes down, BNK are trying to abandon ship, but another Sion Q, and the knock over the wall means that Peter has to get away. Raptor getting pretty low, BDD a bit out of mana, and I think that knockback does not hit means that the action will end a close fight in a close game.
Yeah, Peter.
And guess what? BNK say, well, that was cool and all, we're ready to fight again if you'd like. KT say, no thanks. It's Hextech Soul. And
all they really have to do is show up. They're that wave in mid, and they're ready to fight. And they've got choke point control here.
Yep, trying to get into that banana brush, and this is what BNK's comp does. They're looking for Duckdom. They're going to force his flash already. Kellen probably going to have to do the same, though, as here they go. The engage comes in from the side of KT. Diablo in a big world of hurt, gets super low. Meanwhile, Clear getting 1v1 by Perfect, who should take him down, and that will be the kill going to KT, and should be the Rift Herald as well.
Okay, they grab Rift Herald here. For the escape, the Cyclone is going to catch multiple members. Vikla here.
Vikla?
Just trying to be annoying.
He almost got it.
Going the way of Perfect. Let's take a look at that as he is at half health. It's just the all-out. Goes in, gets the stun, and even has a cookie in his inventory.
Does a lot more damage.
Yeah, he does a lot more damage as he is an ultra down.
We're fighting again, by the way. As here we go, Kellen gonna lock down Cuz, who does get out of there just fine after that one. Duckdom super low. And the TP came in from Perfect, kind of not for much.
For BNK on the defense there. But that last fight puts him down in gold.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's playing with fire, and down he will go. BDD assassinates him. A little bit of help from Peter.
They're going to get this turret finally.
Yeah. Should be able to. Vikla is going to respect it. The gold pretty heavily in favor of KT at this point in time. A couple of big picks and fights as the Black Shield will go down on a Raptor. It's not going to save him, though, as he did not have the subjugate, it looks like. Meanwhile, underneath this turret, Clear continues to get bullied out. Down was a couple of levels. Now it's two. Diablo caught out by Peter, and down he will go in the mid lane.
And suddenly it's all falling apart, Valdez. KT. Burn or a flank, a cutoff onto the back line like we saw from Cuz on the Herald fight. But if they don't answer this mid push, I mean, eventually Duckdom's going to get to this turret, and they're going to start taking it down. It's going to get the ult out of Clear as well.
Yeah, Clear doesn't really get to play the game. Oh, the blinding on a BDD! The max range, and he is just out of this one. Shut down as Vikla.
It's hard to drop. KT have to engage into this comp. Again, it's so much tougher for them when they have to be the ones who make the call. Flank from Perfect to come through as well here. BNK, let's see how they decide to play this. They're going to look for BDD.
Yeah, they want to get on a BDD. It's Aurora with ult and flash, though. As Yatakan going to stay leashed, actually. KT going to continue on this one. But BDD very far away from his team. Doesn't have his ult either. And it looks like they just want to turn on the BDD once again on the hunt. But this Otacon is certainly in danger. It might just come down to a flip as BDD, and it goes over to KT. They get the Otacon, but BDD is out of the fight. Vikla now able to flash away. Flash on in from the side of Duckdom, though, will take him out. As now, a little bit of a rough one. A little bit of a scuffle as in they go. The Cyclone is there. Kellen still got his off with a massive play from Perfect. It's going to find everyone. And Diablo is not able to stand up to that. And KT knocked them down. The triple goes to Duckdom after the play from Perfect.
Yeah, we were talking about a lot of resources going into the Sivir. The Sivir's on 3 items, but the 2.5 items, Zaya. I mean, the man is inconsistent, but on his best days, he is a terror on the Rift, and this is one of those games. You can see he has the highest experience on the whole Rift, and Vikla is now the target inside.
Yeah, ult's gonna come down here on a Peter, but there's really no escape for him as he doesn't have anywhere to go. Easy kill on the Vikla. Not gonna go for the Baron just yet, though.
Found it. They have a ton of vision set up deep into the jungle of BNK. It's really nothing that they are unaware of. Perfect is going to get engaged on, but he doesn't care.
Well,
he has a blast cone
coming here, and they're doing Baron now. They're all chasing Cassante.
And there's no vision here, actually, for BNK.
Yeah, this
on
is
the Baron.
The most BNK play we've seen this series.
Must kill champion.
Yeah, and they will. They definitely will. I hope they at least get the kill over to Diablo as they get the news about, yeah, that will go over to Diablo. It's actually a lot of gold, but I don't think that KT care. They have 44 petals, Baron buff, Otacon, double Hextech Drake. They have a massively fed AD carry, a lot more fed than the Sivir, although now without Cassante, trying to make a play here is
Ellen
BNK.
on the flank. Maybe he could actually headbutt Duckdom. Duckdom has ult though, and Ghost.
Yeah, Cuz gonna find him. Kellen, considering what he wants to do here, is going to go for the ults. There's the flash on in, but the follow-up is just non-existent. And now KT does come in. The callback is massive from the side of Duckdom, and the damage is there. Diablo not quite able to do the same. And it looks like this might just do it here in this fight. KT roll over them and take them down.
KT Rolster in a phenomenal position now in this game to just end it. They have Baron. I don't know if they can necessarily kill the Nexus off this play, but there are some long death timers. We are 27 minutes into the game, and with this mid being completely open right now and the Baron buff minions, they are going to at least get a crack at it. They'll take out this inhibitor and look to push. 25 seconds left on the Sivir, which is the main source of wave clear. I think KT just have enough damage.
Yeah, they can easily take this one up. And with the Baron buff especially, they will be able to get on in and take down this Nexus, as Kellen and Raptor not going to be able to do it.
Aatrox on a flank too. Like, the cool thing about this draft for KT into Aatrox, if he's flanking, oftentimes you're like, oh, Aatrox, you can't kill that guy. He's got Sundered Sky. He's going to auto twice and have half.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Yeah. Threatened BDD got him to rocket jump out of there. But ultimately not too much. They are going to lose control of this dragon.
I mean, they see Raptor. Cuz is pretty low, clear. Oh, the flash comes out, and he should be able to get this dragon, but Cuz might be in a world of hurt. He's actually taking the trade decently against Clear, but eventually the rest of the team comes in, and Clear just stabs him with the sword. His first blood given over to the AD. Why didn't you answer the phone?
Kellen with a nice angle here.
Yeah, Duckdom kind of in an awkward spot, and that's going to be the end of him. Hide on bush works out very well, and they'll give this kill over to Diablo, of course.
So this is a nice little prize. Not sure how this all eventuated outside of KT looking for some recalls there as the dragon was spawning. The soul is Hex Tech again.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty massive as the flash comes in. They want to punish Kellen, and they absolutely will. Another kill given over to the Tristana as the pull comes in, kind of pushing him out of that one. Very confusing. Now Raptor in a lot of trouble, has to flash away. Gets hit by the first shot. It looks like he might just be going down. Fourth shot hits him, and Peter says, that's my kill. Don't you dare steal it away.
Well, a little bit of extra money on that Nico. Raptor picks up his first item after that deck. Saw that there go into his inventory. Too much attention, Diablo. I think he didn't want to push him into the wall there because it would have pulled him out, and so he tried to spin it around, but it didn't work. As perfect.
Great in the top lane. Do they have enough damage? Yes, they do with the Q3 and another support kill. Kellen, I have no idea how he even got that. Did he just auto kill? And we're just continuously fighting here. Guess who's back again? It's Raptor. As Duckdom, he is going to flash and barrier. Root comes down though, and Raptor is just going to be outplayed once again. Duckdom will collect the kill this time.
If he didn't have summoners, I think goodbye Skarner. 2 overforces here from Raptor, who only knows one mode. Maybe he should learn the other one in this game as Kellen looks for an engage on the Cuz, but Perfect's here.
Yeah, World Ender. I don't know if it's going to get him out though. Cuz very fast. The extra movement speed from the World Ender, so he actually does kind of just walk it off.
KT can actually reset. Gonna clear that wave in mid. BD hide on bush.
Yep, gonna hide on in there. Svikla just gonna throw his whole combo down, but Raptor was here, and so was the rest of the team. BDD goes in, gets baited by the Annie, and that is going to be the end of him.
And kind of a weird exchange there, but BNK just ready to spring onto BDD as soon as he jumps out of the bush there. They're going to try to trade this for mid-turret, but it's too healthy. There's only a small wave here. Vikla can TPN, gets caught.
Yeah, I mean, they're just going to throw everything in the kitchen sink at Vikla, and they do get him. The question is, do they get out? The very angry Tibbers and this Aatrox, even angrier. Clear, trying to do a lot of damage to Duckdom. Going to change over to Cuz. Now the rest of the team is trying to join in here as BNK, they smell the fight from across the map, and they come on in the Magnet Storm, the circles, the ults on top of them are pretty huge. They don't get any kills though, lots of damage, but nothing to show for it. And now BDD able to come on back and help out with the kill.
The damage is too late. Diablo shows up way too late with his ult pop off. I'm ready to carry.
And now they're gonna be able to pick up this first Hex Tech Drake. that comes onto the map.
Just not a whole lot of vulnerable spots on the map outside of trying to get this Jin. And again, we tried to get this Jin.
All right, they're going to get the Jin. They did it, Wolf.
Okay.
And they got a bonus Peter. Okay.
And this time, Victor shows up.
That's huge.
That extra member of Peter going down is also a ton of gold. They have a gold lead now.
No way. No way. This is insane. And they have more. They've got Impale. I mean, they didn't use everything in the last fight, and KT trickle in. BNK are just getting so much free stuff.
Yeah, Clear also just pushing inside by himself here. The inner is going to go down. They have the threat on this bottom inner turret now, and BDD is cut off. They should be able to get 2 inners out of this. Just a big mistake from KT is completely punished.
It's crazy.
And I guess if at first you don't succeed, try again. Eventually they get ducked on.
And guess what? Otacon up now, 20 minutes into the game, so BNK say, well, we could just take this.
I mean, Kellen has Flash Magnet Storm. He's got control of this Tri-Brush. Good luck getting in, KT.
Yeah, it looks like they want to turn. Jin ult is out. The Rift Herald is out here. They have Vision with the Nico clone. Feels like KT are doing a decent job as now the engage from the Rift Herald is coming on in. Going to get the knockout on 2. And looking for Vikla as well, but now Perfect's just so far away from the fight. The 3-man knockup and the steal does come in from Cuz, but it's still 2 kills to the Aatrox. And maybe a little bit more into the Hexgate is going to get him out. The disengage Hexgate you don't see every day.
Yeah, pretty rare. They want to get additional kills here. As Cuz gets the stolen Impale, it does not really save them in the fight, but it is enough to help them secure the Otacon and get most of those lives saved.
He's got Flash. I just don't know if it matters as he is going to hit him away. The jump is denied and BDD is so low. Will he go down to the rel? Looks like he will. Kellen picks up the kill.
A little bit less mysterious this time on the Kellen kill, but they just maintain so much map control. This team doesn't...
BNK just immediately just rotated down and they were already there. They were on Vision.
Who needs Smite on you, you know?
Yeah.
Because I think maybe fans watching might be like, I think he's in danger. I think he might get hurt.
I thought you meant give everybody Sundered Sky, but that's a different discussion. World Ender coming in here. Clear is very much dead, as it just depends on who's going to get the kill. And they're going to try to give this one over to BDD. Eventually, surely, yeah, okay, there you go. 575 gold.
Bit of a sub 3K, seems fair, I guess.
Will they get, yes, they already do have Executioners here for the Renekton.
Yeah. Stop that healing. They got the Chemtech Dragon as well.
They did.
Eater?
Okay, going all in on a Clear. He has his flash, but he doesn't have much else. He is going to get jumped on once again by BDD as the Q2 is going to hit, but eventually he just goes down. It's now KT, very awkward spot though.
Now the strategy is to spoon feed BDD with Aatrox. He enjoys it, but will it get out?
All right, well, Peter... Okay, he's going to try to run away from this one, but BNK are closing the distance very quickly. KT's just going to leave Peter to the fishes. And with TP available, 20 seconds, maybe they could try to start this Baron. We see a lot of go pings already, and here we go.
I think this is definitely a wise choice. Peter is down. I mean, he doesn't have his ult anyways here. Cuz, on the other hand, does have Magnet Storm, but Tristana TP's back in. This is a fairly risky call here from BNK, but they have the setup. Need to see Kellen, I think, positioned around that entry point. Vikla, though, he's the one on the flank.
Duckdom doesn't have Flash. I think they want to punish this. You saw Vikla, as you mentioned. Maybe looking for that stun angle.
Target selection has to be good here from KT.
A lot of damage in on a Clear. The turn on a BDD, though. They're not going to get him. He flashes out of this one as the Magnet Storm pulls in from Cuz, and he's doing quite a lot of damage in that back line. Not able to, finally they do get Diablo actually on the backside of this fight, and Raptor not able to do anything by himself. BDD cleans up, and KT clean up. They should be able to take this Baron. Even with these low health bars, they will go for it.
You don't kill BDD. You're probably not going to win that fight. Cuz has so much to kill. Has Zonia's, by the way. Knows it in his inventory here. Goes for the Rocket Belt into Magnet Storm engage. Look at how low he goes, by the way, by doing massive damage. And then goes Zonia's. Look at BDD.
The amount of spamming I just saw, that was kind of scary.
Yeah. High APM. Okay. It's a stressful game.
All right.
You can understand the relief.
Is his keyboard okay, though?
I did the Magnet Storm in that last fight. So the grubless Tristana, but a Tristana at level 16 nonetheless. With Baron, they just toss it in perfect.
Yeah, he's just getting CC down 100 to 0. He's just dead.
That's not great for KT.
I don't know how he got caught like that. He's renekton with flash. It must have just been like a vision play because he was standing in the brush and they just...
I think that's why he was there, because he's like, oh, if they go on me, I press R, I press Q, Peter comes in. And
oh, the fake with the minion comes on in. Clear is dead again.
Clear having a bit of a rough one here in game 3, is constantly the focus of Peter. Taking out
Nobody
Kellen.
really wants to side lane in this one.
Kellen's the best engaged till he has flash and ult, right? But the split is too good.
Oh, Duck stands right in front of them. Is going to live, though. And now Diablo's got a big croc right on top of him. Nothing they can do to peel for him. Diablo goes down. Down goes Clear as well. And I think KT just has enough. Kellen going to be sniped. Double kill for BDD. And it should be enough here in this mid lane. The K-Ram doesn't last very long.
I mean, Duckdom is caught. He's in range of the flash engage from Kellen. But Kellen needs a multi-man engage. That one target isn't enough. That's the masterclass of this Tristana in the draft. You have so many other threats. They can't even kill Duckdom. It doesn't matter. The split is good for KT. After a rough start in game 1, they win 2 back-to-back to now go up match point in the series. A red side victory. Could have gone for some like insane scaling pick instead, but their draft is so set up by the Vi and the Nautilus that you want something that synergizes with that more than just raw damage or raw scale. I think Duckdom might have flashed on him and killed him, but he just doesn't have enough info to do that. Ult's gonna commit.
Chain's gonna come down, and the Syndra not very mobile, in a lot of trouble, but the R does come out, and Cuz will be able to secure the kill, but now he's in a rough spot himself, has to flash Q out.
Clean
Pretty
flash
smooth.
Q, yeah, that was actually, by the way. Raptor has Smite, doesn't have, okay, there he goes.
Yeah, smite it down. Peter is very ahead of his team, and so the scatter's going to come down. The engage Tom Kent comes in, and Kellen's flashing in. BDD, no flash himself, and the goalie wall not going to land. Phase rush OP gets him out.
Yeah, that was a very wonky exchange there. Peter was like 1 minion away, and despite Clear not being very good at team fighting, they just get enough cryo here, and he's good at hitting a dragon. That much he will do.
And from there has skyrocketed into the lead. Yeah, gonna go in. The shockwave actually pretty good on a perfect, but eventually he just dies. Elects not to flash.
Oh, his flash wasn't up yet, I think, for like 3 more seconds.
Oh, wow.
And like that timing is kind of brilliant.
With a couple of kills on Diablo.
Perfect is going to be the target here. There's a lot of KT members coming down. They have to be fast. Shroud is down now.
Yeah, just going in. There's a couple of ults just thrown in a perfect, and Diablo going to last hit that one. Says thank you very much, team. Picks up his 3rd kill.
Very clean and no real cross map for KT because they rushed. Diablo's going to do a ton. As Raptor's the target here.
Yeah, going on in. There's that pick. No chance as Kellen gets in.
They barely get him again. Like he's not even, he's chain CC'd. He can't go untargetable. Kellen's too late, and this is going to be Herald for KT.
Yeah, looks like Diablo's already going mid, and Bigla's like, well, can't do this alone. And a nice pick off here from KT, utilizing that composition to get even further ahead.
Diablo channeling that Q for a long time, sticking around. I got nervous for him, gets the pedals and gets out, surely. It's already pushed in Diablo anymore, but it's the lone Yorick. Does have flash.
He's got his flash, he's got the maiden.
Teammates coming up.
The whole team is here. And the Nautilus goes into the Rift Herald, doesn't have his ult, Cuz has to get in the Rift Herald, but it's just going to be smoked down. 69 health, and Cuz is going to get out just barely. Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't think they can catch him.
Nope.
He charges another Q and gets out. Diablo was trying to charge his own to lock him down, but maybe they can turn this into a turret take here on the top side. Empowered recall for Cuz. He's going to send him home quickly. This turret's pretty healthy, actually. That's a Gwen.
All right, they want to try to lock down this Nautilus as they can't quite do it. The exhaust is going to help out there big time.
Duckdom looking for some extra damage here. It's actually quite a lot he gets. Even potentially stop some backs, not going to. They still didn't get this turret though in exchange. Cuz is having an insane day, by the way. Like, if they win this game, I think he picks up POM for sure. Look at this angle. Denies cone, gets the chain CC there with a scatter. No chance to go untargeted. Beautiful call from Cuz and KT. Gets out. And now KT are going to get their own turret down here in the bottom lane.
Pretty insane what they have been able to get away with, I would say, in this game so far. And KT's comp from a lead is amazing. because they can kill literally anybody. They will have the damage because of their lead. Peter is just dead.
Yeah, Peter can't kill literally anybody, but if they're all together, yeah, I agree with you, for sure.
Yeah, the support.
Perfect may just be a goner here.
Yeah, it might be. So we're going to have the mist come down, but the shockwave inside of it is going to help out quite a lot. Doing a bit of damage there to Raptor, not bad.
Cross map. He's so battered and bruised, he needs to go home 100%. KT are like, thank you for Dragon. Cuz shows up just to press
That's why they picked Ezreal. Well, not necessarily to get away from Tahm Kench, but to survive against potential Orianna combos. And now, they're just going to take Otacon. BNK seemingly have no idea. And the wave clear is there. Otacon comes down, Redemption utilized.
It's either a surprised look on Clear's face when it was taken, but I don't know where they thought Cuz and BDD were, but we're on Otacon, and down it goes. Freebie here for KT, giving them a pretty significant experience lead. Duck Dom the target.
Oh, Duck Dom in a bit of trouble, has to flash over the wall, but that's not going to stop Raptor as he goes super deep for that one. Ult used on a Raptor, he continues in on a Peter, just trying to get away from this one. Doesn't have his own flash, perfect on the Gwen. He's got a very nice angle with his needles, but he doesn't have any teammates. Finally, we are going to have Cuz come in, and the scatter on a 3 in the pit as Cuz sets it up and BDD knocks it down.
That's way too many members of BNK going in. BNK moving to upper bracket. Raptor goes on to Duck Dom here. As you can see, Baron is, of course, being taken in live after the wipe. Duck Dom has to flash out. He's collapsed on here. And from here, you can play this very differently, I think, than BNK decide to. They could have looked for BDD. He was in. I think, yeah, he did well in all of the games. Maybe not game one as much, but
nobody was there. They're trying to get on top of a Gwen. That's not working out. The Fury just disappears underneath the Gwen, and oh my god. Cuz is actually just an assassin vibe.
Yeah.
He's so fed and so strong.
Players just trying to hold the wave here, but I mean, this one does get through. Baron buffed up. And with the empowered cannon minion, they just eventually will siege this through. They don't even need that one. And keep it alive and actually look for that bottom inhibitor turret as well, as this is just a formality watching this one. Even if he lives, which he likely will die.
There, you might as well fight. Oh, well, he's dead.
They are losing the base. This is the real story.
Hex takes soul point, and Cuz is 3-item buy and the strongest person on the Rift.
Yeah.
All right, we're ganking perfect. I mean, he is very alone.
Yeah, he is also very 200 gold bounty.
Yeah, he is very 200 gold bounty, that is for sure. 3v1, can they kill perfect is the answer, or the question rather, as the needles are insane, and now BDD and Peter are coming on over. They turned the fight around. The game was already over, but this really sealed the deal.
KT, phenomenal performance here in this final game, and Cuz, sure, he got seismic shoved and he was a ragdoll with Peter in game one, but for the rest of the series, this man took it into his own hands.
Oh boy. Yeah, Vikla, you see the rest of BNK, they're even sitting out of their seats at this point in time. They know the game is over. 30 minutes and KT get it done. A swift 3-1 victory from them. They forget all about game one and they take it down, and they will be moving on to face off against Gen.G. Most likely, we don't know who Gen.G has selected just yet, but KT